but,
Okay.
but he knows that, you know, we can get him earlier, he'll make it work. So, so
Let's go straight to the general fund.
yes, sir. If he knows that, we can get him earlier, he'll make it work. So. I got a clear gap. Let me just. All right.
That's all?
Yeah, that's it. We were at what, 353?
And 6 people?
6 people.
Gosh.
Now remember the patrolman. I don't know how to say this. Basically, the patrolman cost was a little bit more expensive than the general.
I understand that.
But that's removing longevity, PERS, health insurance, all of that.
On 3 patrolmen and 3 public works.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So
Wow.
that was what, 365,000?
360, yeah, we're up 11.
All right. So now let's go through each department, if you don't mind.
Sir.
And just to get an idea of what their expenditures look like in terms of where they've been.
Yeah. So these changes here, no, let's see, where are they? These percentage changes here are comparing the in progress budget for 23 coming up to the 22 budget that was approved. All right. So all departments didn't change, 0%. That is what is this? I think this is our payment to the county for collecting taxes for us. And then debt service, this actually is the transfer to the parks fund, and then 20,000 to health insurance for life insurance premiums.
Okay.
All right, let's go supervision and finance. Overall supervision and finance went up 2.5%.
Okay. Can you drill into that just a little bit?
Sure.
So postage. So what are our okay, so auditing fees, I saw something from them where they went up maybe like $2,500.
Yes.
Okay. Are legal fees the same?
No, legal went up just based on the projected amount. We've spent to date actual 89,000. We budgeted 60 last year.
Is that all legal fees?
That's all legal fees.
Okay.
Is that include?
That doesn't include special.
It doesn't include the special litigation.
All right. So what would special litigation be besides that?
That's 42.3. We kept it flat. Actual to date is 18.8.
Oh.
So when you net those out. So we
got Gary, we got a lawsuit expense. I want to be careful not to go too far talking about that in open session. I don't know, but I guess we could. I mean, I don't. Talking about Siemens.
Oh yeah. Is Siemens in that special litigation?
It's in the sewer funds.
That's what I thought. Siemens is not in this fund.
Oh, okay.
No, it's in the sewer fund.
This is that, yeah.
This is everything else.
All right, so go back to legal services right here. So that's for normal monthly business?
Yes.
Okay.
What would that project out to the end of September?
We're projecting 94,000 right now.
One more billing?
2 more.
I have a question. I thought we had a do not exceed amount. So you're telling me that we went over? because of legal fees, we went over.
Let us
Yeah.
drill down into that one. 'Cause I
Yes,
do
please,
remember
thank you.
conversations. Yeah, Miss Wentz, I do remember conversations about that.
Yeah,
So let me
we had
drill.
last year when we did it, we had a base contract.
Right.
All right, we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Contracted services, we changed to ceasefire for internet and phones. So it did go up a little bit. Citywide. Travel. And I see the charts moving up top. Insurance bonding. Workers' comp, we should have a quote before the end of the year for what that amount will be. But Heather's been doing a really good job because this premium has gone down the past few years. So we paid 128 this year. So we just
Workman's comp made some 9% reductions and some other reductions, if you remember, Dominique.
for this year.
Yes.
We don't have a public defender. Y'all have any questions about anything? I'm going down. We could take miscellaneous out. We usually don't budget miscellaneous. And again, this is supervision and finance. So this is to
Okay,
do-
so, all right, go ahead. That's all right. I was just trying to see what happened in supplies that made it go up so much. And it's the computer program maintenance.
Yeah, it's ClearGov. You remember ClearGov is 25,000 per year. So that's the main drive, and this is every single software that we have.
Yeah.
It's administered by us, hits this line item. It's administered by City Hall. So.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's that main increase. Everything else is pretty much flat. Capital outlay. We just had some computer equipment in there. And that's flat as well.
So, Ms. Dominic, I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
The computer program that we're using now,
Mhm.
you were saying that was a flat fee. How much was it?
It's 25,000 per year for 3 years.
Okay, okay.
Mhm. Yeah. All right, so you guys want to move on to the next department? Other general expenditures?
Are we gonna come back and visit others that we've talked about?
Yeah, she put a note on there to research the legal
Okay.
contract. Correct.
Thank you.
All right, other general expenditures, this is kind of like a catch-all. This is a department that some of the expenditures are like citywide. So for example, this computer service and maintenance, we have our lease contract coming up on all of our city computers, comes up in December of this year. And so this includes the annual maintenance agreement we have with Key Solutions, in addition to the installation cost, the estimated installation cost of the new computers. So we have between 55 and 60 computers citywide.
I have a question. Street lighting, is that for electrical service, parts, replacement? How does that work?
That is literally street lighting cost. So the bills we get from energy for our street lights, energy and Delta Electric.
Okay, do we have LED throughout the city?
I know we do in LED like streetlights?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't think all of them are by any stretch.
Oh, we just did commerce. Yeah, we just did commerce this current budget year. I think that'd be a question for Josh.
If, I may have a contact with Energy that I could, if y'all would be interested in seeing if they have a special program for replacing all streetlights with LED at a very, very reduced cost.
That would be good, because if you think about it, when you get your report each month about how long they're out and how they don't change them real quick, sometimes a lot of lights are out 3 and 4 months at a time. And
Plus, I
LED
believe-
lights last a lot longer.
Yeah, I believe electrical cost is less.
I think we'd pay a lot more up front, obviously, Kirk, but then in the long run, we would have big savings.
Yeah, but we could probably bond that upfront cost.
Yeah, it's 10-year, well, whatever, yeah.
I'll do some quick research and hopefully I've got somebody I can call with Energy, and I'll give that tomorrow to y'all.
Okay, that'd be good.
Not many supplies and this 13,000 here, that's the biggest expense. This is for the city's email server, for our City of Cleveland email. Building and ground repair on this, we in the past, we've used that for the literacy council building. If there's been anything that's come up there, we've hit this budget.
Go piece of candy.
All right,
Thank you again. I don't know what I do.
all right, so next up, we've got our grants. We've got some allocations that come out of the general fund. These are some of the smaller ones, but we've got the volunteer fire department, that's remained flat. All of these, if you see here, have all remained flat going forward. South Delta Planning, the elderly feeding program, the literacy council as well remain flat, they're requested. As far as capital outlay for this department, this is just an estimate based on the new lease agreement for the new computers. We're looking at maybe going to a 4-year lease instead of 3-year, which would be a little bit cheaper, but 25,000 a year would be on the high end. But we have to go through negotiations and all of that this fall. So. Any questions about other general expenditures? All right, community development. So you see at a high level, their contracted services went down 0.7%. Budgeting 65 for contracted services. This is demos right there.
Yeah.
So landfill fees, a lot of this remain the same as well.
Okay.
We try to cut out a lot of fluff based on these charts up here, looking at what we spent in the past. So y'all see anything that sticks out there?
Those landfill fees,
Mm-hmm.
Dominic, on landfill fees, do we pay a certain fee to tear property down and landfill on top of that, or is that included under the
No.
one?
It's on top of it.
I thought so.
Yeah,
And that's pretty important to try to keep the town looking like we want it to.
yeah, so yeah, we pay to have it torn down, and then we have to pay per cubic yard to the rubbish pit.
I thought that was it.
Yes, sir. Supplies went up 16% overall. It looks like general operating supplies went up a little bit, not a little bit, but we budgeted basically $3,000 last year and it's going up to 7,000. And Billy is wanting to order the 2021 building codes. So that's the reason for that increase. That's the same. He's actually cut quite a bit. But ordering the building codes is the not justification, but the reason for that increase.
What does he have to order?
That would be a question for him. I don't know if they're physical books. I know, yeah, it's kind of like the fire code for,
Okay.
I don't know if it's a subscription. It might be like the fire code is a subscription.
Yeah, that's what I would be thinking. Yes.
So maybe that's a subscription fee for that.
Ms. Dominique, has he
Yes,
said
ma'am.
anything about going to get further professional development to learn more about coding and all of that? Has he said anything about that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. They actually were at a code enforcement conference last week on the
Okay.
code. So
Yeah, every department is doing it.
Okay,
pretty much,
great.
except maybe one or two.
yeah. So,
Okay,
yeah.
wonderful.
Mhm. All right.
I go to that conference pretty much every year, Ms. Wentz.
Okay, thank you.
All right. So hold on, y'all. Somebody's trying to come into the meeting. It's Mr. Sanders. Okay. So here, this vehicle leases, if you remember, they received well, in 22, they got a vehicle and that was a lease. So this is the lease purchase or the payments annually for that. So that's accounting for the increase. Questions?
Move along.
All right. Airport. So contractual services. Contracted services here, Clint had a note. Basically, there's a rising cost. Their monthly vendors have increased quite a bit. And then he also has in this amount a request, basically it's a rebranding of the airport as far as their digital footprint. So there's a quote in there for what it would cost, the proposal for basically a graphics designer to rebrand their logo and all of that. You'll see he's got some notes over here. Looks like his dues went up by the MAA. You'll see on a lot of these accounts, I remove the computer service and maintenance because we're paying Key Solutions, an annual fee. So there's no reason for us to have anything at the department level. Y'all see anything?
Not enough that matters.
Yeah. Supplies. I believe 99% of these notes here are basically due to rising costs, like the cost of chemicals has gone up, hence the increase in his line item. Of course, gas is increased in every budget. So. Okay. Capital outlay. So the airport also got a vehicle in 22. So this is the annual lease payment. capital improvements. So these are two projects that we'll dive further into in the capital projects today. But he's got a security camera upgrade out there for 8,500. And then he's wanting to outfit the airport's conference room to make it a virtual terminal. So that's 4,500. All right. It's also he also has a 0-turn mower. I think that's actually 2 mowers.
That's more than one, I hope.
It's
Yeah.
gotta be more than one.
I think that's 2. I'm gonna make a note. 2 mowers. Michelle, if you could text Clint. I think it's 2, or look in capital budgeting, but so yeah, this is coming in right now for that. I see anything there?
Nope.
All right. And then engineering department, this is the miscellaneous engineering fee. So the request this year is 140. So last year the budget was 100,000. So the projection right now is 125. So
2 mowers for the airport.
2.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I can put another in there. I'm gonna break that out too.
Man, we must eat mowers in this city.
We got through a bunch of them.
God bless America.
There's only 3.
I think our department heads know to try to shop locally when we can too, so.
Well, I hope so.
Well,
He has a comment in his request that our last purchase in 2012 and 2013.
Okay.
Yeah, we've only got 3 total mowers requested this year.
Wow.
I think that's
that's a record.
Well,
Yeah.
if you got 10 years out of a mower, that's
You doing
pretty,
something.
Oh, that's pretty good.
pretty amazing.
That is.
Yeah. Shout out to Mr. Larry over there. He does a good job. Let's see. All right, so now we'll go into public safety. Municipal court overall, the entire department went up 1.08%. So do y'all want to drill down into this one?
No.
Okay. All right, police department, budget actually went down. -2%.
Because of lack
Is that
of
because
employees.
we?
Part of that
because
is,
of salaries?
yes, you see
Yeah.
here, yeah. So, and again, we did take out the 3 patrolmen, or at least postpone filling the vacancies for right now. Do y'all want to drill down into this? Let's see.
I have a question.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
know we did, said that we would have an external consultant to come in. Did we ever do that? And do we ever allocate money, budget money for that?
No.
No, ma'am.
The short answer is no, Zena. We haven't, I guess we haven't gotten back with the new chief to see how he wants to pursue that. I think that an evaluation of some sort would probably be beneficial. But to be honest with you, Zena, I wouldn't have a clue what it would cost.
So what I'm saying, and I understand, but we never put an RFP out there to even for
Right.
anyone to do a proposal for services.
Why don't we do this? We're gonna talk to him tomorrow when we talk to department heads. Why don't we ask him that question?
Okay, no problem. Because I think that's still necessary for an incoming, person.
I think it would be a great idea.
Wait, so I'm gonna make a note here. Do you guys want to go ahead and try to budget something?
Well, just, you know,
No
at least put a
review.
note there, or you can put a number in there, just so we remember to ask him tomorrow. Put, consider consulting firm.
Okay.
I know one thing he told me one day when I was talking to him is that he wanted to really upgrade their training program. And I just wonder if that was, if that was addressed in the budget.
He's gonna upgrade what?
One day when I was talking to Dudley, he said one thing that they desperately need to do is they need more hands-on training
Oh, yeah.
and to get away from all this computer-based training.
Absolutely.
And it has been increased. Okay. So maybe he and Buster got together on that.
That's good.
Did he
Hey,
not,
let's make a
he
note.
not mention something about uniforms too?
He did say something at one point.
About what, Brian? I missed that.
Uniforms.
Uniforms.
Okay.
He said something about they need to look better.
Right.
He said they need to look like a more professional team.
Well, it's great that he has an idea of where to start. But I think if we had an outside person, that's gonna help him to better his leadership.
So there's, yes, schools and training. Got crossing guards in here, remain pretty flat. I will just go ahead and up this. So we'll notice that difference in there.
Ooh,
Oh, that took us in the deficit, huh? Let's see. All right. Supplies, 12% increase. A lot of these are just kind of gradual, like put some money in there. Went up a little bit for batteries. Gas went up. Computer supplies went up. Questions about that?
No, ma'am.
It's pretty flat. Capital outlay, the only thing is just the vehicle leases, and you'll notice that one is going to roll off end of this year, so we're only paying 6,300. So that'll be off this time next year, and then we've got these two leases that'll be left. So that's what makes up that 52,000 annually in vehicle leases.
Yeah, we still need to remember to talk to him about his vehicles
yes.
tomorrow.
All right.
That'll be an ongoing thing.
Yep. Oh, fire. So fire overall went up 13%. Most of it is in capital outlay. So contract.
What? Okay,
Go
go
to
ahead.
capital outlay. We can go to capital
Yeah,
outlay.
what is it in capital outlay?
I think it's the turnout. No,
Oh.
it's actually hazmat equipment replacement. And then they want to refurbish their hazmat trailer. So 15,000 there for that.
Okay, all right.
And then computer and office equipment.
And they want to do the concrete at the training site.
Which is right here.
Yeah.
Because they had wanted to do that this year, but it wasn't in the budget.
They've been working on that a little bit here and there over the years. That's the last
Yeah.
That's the
last
last
piece of the concrete all the way around, yeah.
Yeah.
You want to see anything else there?
Nope.
All right. All right, so we'll go to Public Works. Public Works, y'all see it, 5, really mosquito control is not there, so I'm gonna hide it. All right, cemetery went up 0.17%. Groundskeeper, 8%, the street department and shop department, their budgets went down.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's probably where those salaries came out though.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, because I took them out of the street department. So yeah, 7.6, 36%.
That's it right there.
Capital outlay. This is the street sweeper lease. And then Steve-O is requesting radio replacement. So that is in here. $24,295 for 10 radios. This is the street department.
Well, these handheld units.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, shop department, you know, that went down 0.29% as well, so.
Yeah.
And that's the general fund.
Okay.
That's no raises and the removal of 3 positions. 6, or not removal, but postponement of 6 vacancies.
Okay. So when you do all this, does this update all of your cash balances on the original worksheet you showed us this morning?
No, we're having to manually do that, so.
Okay.
Michelle or Ashley, if y'all could do that.
Okay. So you haven't upgraded it for any changes we've made today?
For some of the funds, yes, we've been kind of doing it as we go.
Okay. And the only reason I asked the question is this, you know, at some point in this discussion, we're going to have to talk about HR
Yes.
and salaries and so on and so forth. And I was just out of curiosity, I know you can do that here. What would a 2% raise, 2% cost of living raise across the board do to this budget?
2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only reason I say that is just to kind of give us a perspective of what this looks like.
Okay.
I've got to take out those vacancies real quick. Because right now it's including those.
I'm glad you had time to get familiar with this software.
Yeah, she's breaking through it pretty good.
A lot of late nights.
I bet. Holy crap, man.
A lot of late nights. Good.
This thing is pretty intense.
It is. It is. But it's like any software, you know, once you learn it, and it's pretty intuitive. So last one and last one. And you said 2%?
Yeah, just, I mean, you can do 1%. I don't care what you do. I just want to kind of get a perspective of what it looks like.
So 3% is in here right now.
Okay, we'll do it. Do the 3. Let me see what it looks like.
All right. Need to save this. This is 8. Let's go to 16. Plus. Da-da-da. It's 3%.
So what budget is it? Is that the overall budget?
This is just the general
General.
fund.
That's just the general fund.
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
If you want to see overall, you can see that in the personnel budgeting. If you want to.
okay, let's see overall.
All right. See this little chart up here?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so. Well, it's not really a good one. Look over here. So no raise is 8.7 million. But if you did, no, that can't be right. That's showing COLA is 8.6.
Yeah, but that's because of that first one probably has still got those people in there.
But then look at the bottom. No, go back. Can you go back?
Yeah. Let me go back.
Because you had that at the very bottom, current salary schedule. Current salary schedule, keep going down. It's at 8.4, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes more like.
Oh, here it
yeah.
is. I'm sorry, I was looking at the
Yeah.
wrong one. So yeah,
Yeah.
It's
the
on there, it's 8.4.
Yeah.
That's the position.
the one at the bottom is 8.42, right?
Right, that's right.
8.4, and then if you put COLA, 8.6. There we go. Thank y'all.
Okay. So it goes up 190,000.
Mhm.
And that,
Okay.
what percentage was that?
That was 3.
That's 30.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 30.
Okay, and I see you have a line item there that says department head request merit raises.
Yes.
So they have put in requests for specific people, or did they
Yes,
do
sir.
just a blanket raise for everybody?
They did it, each department did it, each department head did it differently, but most of them, it was by person. As they've done in the past.
Okay.
Right.
So if y'all wanted to drill into that, y'all could go into executive session and you could see each request.
Okay, well, that may be the last thing we do tomorrow.
Generally, yes.
So yeah, so these are all the scenarios and
Okay,
we can.
so if we just did 3% across the board,
Mhm.
then you're looking at about $190,000. So we're gonna have to take a look at what that does to our overall budget.
Yeah, because I'd have to import this into parks. I got to import it across every fund that has employees. Yes, sir.
Okay,
So,
all right.
all right. So I'll go back to general fund. And I can take that version out too that we just did. If y'all would like, but
Take what,
that's
Bert?
the 3%.
The 3%'s in that number?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
All right. Capital budgeting.
Yeah.
So Dominic, do you want me to update the fund balance now, or do you want me to wait until we do?
Why don't y'all gonna do that? Let's take a 5-minute break so I can go get a cup of coffee.
Okay.
See, Kirk went and got a cup.